Greetings, everyone out there, and welcome to Making Sales Social Live. I'm Bob Woods, the LinkedIn Sherpa, and I'm joined, as always, by the LinkedIn Whisperer. That's tough to say three times fast.
It
Bryn
is.
Tillman, how you doing, Bryn?
Good, Bob. How are you? I'm so excited about this topic you're going to tell us about.
I am too, because it's brand new to LinkedIn, finding companies and accounts where you already have first degree connections. Welcome to Making Sales Social Live, as we share LinkedIn and social selling training, strategies, and tips that will have an immediate impact on your business. Join Bill McCormick, Bryn Tillman, and me, Bob Woods, every week. Making Sales Social Live. This is the recorded version of our weekly Making Sales Social Live show. Now, that sounds like something you should have always been able to do. And to be fair, you could have. But it was a tedious job that always took a lot of work. Now, though, LinkedIn has added some features to its company search filters that makes locating these connections both more simple and more strategic too. Right, Bryn?
Ugh, I love that. And you said that so perfectly. So I'm going to talk a little tactics, and then we'll talk about how to really use it, like strategically. Yep. So tactical and doing this audio without sharing screens is always an interesting feat. But if you go to your search bar at the top and hit enter, there is a tab that says companies. When you click on that and then click all filters, from the right-hand side, you're going to get a little pop-up that has all kinds of fun filters, including 2 filters that are game changers. And this is actually, although we could have found the first degrees before, we weren't able to filter by company size. And this, to me, is by far one of the most wonderful parts of this new feature. So there are a few filters. There's 3: industry, company size, and first degree connection. So I've been playing with this all day, knowing that we were going to talk about it. And when I really filter out to our ideal prospects, I've got over 700 companies that I already have a first degree connection to.
Wow.
I know that are exactly the industry and company size that we go after. So this is really, Bob, a huge game changer for search this, right? So just one last thing that I'm going to throw to you for a tip. When you click through to the company page and you click on all employees, you can choose first degree and second degree. So you want to look through, in this case, you'll have a first degree, but you can see there are also second degrees, and really buyer map out who you want to know inside of that company. So if your first degree is not a decision maker, but an influencer, maybe you can leverage that relationship to get introduced to your ideal buyer.
Absolutely.
Any quick tips on this one?
Yeah, I mean, just in terms of industry, so we're kind of moving away from companies a little bit and doing a little bit more of industries, but yet you can find a first degree connection to. Now, back when I was doing like more general sales as opposed to what we do now, I always found myself gravitating towards a couple of specific industries that I already knew of because of past experiences, whether work or just knowing people in the field or whatever. You can use that here just by, not only thinking of the industries that you feel more comfortable in, but also, I would suggest taking inventory of your top clients and your favorite clients as well, and seeing if there's any kind of natural industry or a couple of industries that they fall into there too. And then what you do is you go to LinkedIn and you go to the search that Bryn just talked about, and you can search by those industries as well. I'd suggest only taking them one at a time, unless, just not a lot pop up in there. But if you're especially in like a territory, or you're only able to go after certain sizes of companies, that's when the other filters come in that Bryn mentioned too. So, if you have all of Florida, for example, as a sales territory, but you can only serve larger industries in this area, within Florida, you can obviously those would probably gravitate towards larger cities. So you probably do like Tallahassee and Orlando and Tampa and Miami and maybe one or two others, and then select the specific sizes that you can go after too. Click the first degree, click search. You've got the beginnings of a really great list at that point, including the industries that you feel comfortable with, or if you can only do just one industry as well.
So I love that. And you mentioned something that I forgot about, right? Which is location. And so now in LinkedIn, we're used to only do like the greater city area. Any town that has a zip code.
That's right. I forgot about that.
Right. We can actually put in small towns and really hone it, by, as you mentioned, by industry. And I love your idea of take inventory. What are industries that you'd love to serve that are great? Company size, first degree connection. And guys, you are going to be blown away that if you've built a network over the last few years on LinkedIn, you are connected to quite a few, most likely quite a few prospective companies where you have a first degree connection. So Stephen Farber says, this is fantastic information and on the free LinkedIn. That's the genius of this.
Yep.
Now, currently in Sales Navigator, that first degree filter is missing.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah, I'm assuming it's coming back.
It's probably coming. Yeah.
But right now, this search inside of the free LinkedIn is more powerful than the one on Sales Navigator. Let's fingers crossed they bring back that filter. And,
and that's literally as of today too. So if you're listening to it later and it comes back, then that goes away.
Awesome.
But right now,
my last, I think, 2 cents on this, right, is if you're listening to this and you're looking to build a list of companies that you want to go after and leverage your social proximity, who you already know, this is such an easy search. And all you need to do is reach out to them with a little message, hey, Bob, I hope you're doing well. I was researching your company and I'm really interested in learning a little bit more. I'm wondering if you have 10 minutes for me. Then, and then once you talk with them, if you buy or map out, you may have 3 or 4 names that you can bring up where they can provide some insights, and you may even ask them for permission to name drop.
Yep. And then also always be sure to at least offer to do the same thing for the other person.
Absolutely. Open up your network. So smart. Well, Bob, this was fun.
Yeah, this was great. So thanks again for joining us on Making Sales Social Live. I kind of feel like we need reverb whenever we say live. So if you're with us live on LinkedIn right now, we do this every week. So keep an eye out for our lives. And if you're listening to us on our podcast, we invite you to subscribe to access all of our past and, future episodes of not only Making Sales Social Live, but our Making Sales Social interview series where we talk with leaders and experts in sales, marketing, business, and many more. If you want more information on that, go to socialsaleslink.com/podcast, socialsaleslink.com/podcast. Always a pleasure, Bren. These are just so much fun. Love them.
Yep. And when you guys are out and about, make sure that you're making your sales
social.
Bye, guys.
Bye, everybody. Have a great day. Don't miss an episode. Visit socialsaleslink.com/podcast. Leave a review down below. Tell us what you think, what you learned, and what you want to hear from us next. Register for free resources at linkedinlibrary.com. You can also listen to us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, and Google Play. Visit our website, socialsaleslink.com, for more information.